Right, we've got a very special pro bike check right here. This is Brett Rheeder's Trek Ticket S C3 Project Slopestyle bike. Right, like always, I love to start off with the heart of the bike, and that's the frame, and it's the perfect color. It's red. It's a Trek Ticket S, and it's amazing. He gets to choose the colors he wants. You cannot buy this color, so it's specifically built for him. Moving on to the rear shock, this is a Fox float. It's 100 mil of travel. With PSI in there, I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing he's running it super hard. Right, moving on to the drivetrain. I'm going to start off with the pedals. These are the HT Supremes. They're the ANS 10s. Wide platform pedal. It's got his pins out. Give him extra grip, but I can see he's removed a few pins. He's removed 3 pins right here. I'm going to have to ask him that question why. Maybe he doesn't like where those pins are digging into his feet. Moving on to his cranks. These are the Shimano Saints. They're 165 mil in length. Next up, we've got the gear ratio. He's running a 30 tooth to 12 on the rear. It looks like he's running gears, but he's not. He's got it single speeded up. He's got this Shimano Saint short cage derailleur right here. You can see it's pushed right up, but what that does, that helps with the chain growth when the suspension is going up and down. This will just flex up and down so his chain won't stretch out. Right, moving on to the wheel build of this bike. This bike, when it comes to these huge events and you've got these huge jumps and you're throwing your bike around, you want super strong wheels. This wheel set right on the back here is super special. It's built from the ground up. You can see he's got a profile racing. It's called a Z coaster. What that means, it's a free coaster. It means you don't have to, when you're pedaling backwards, you don't have to move your cranks. It just goes backwards. Right in the rim, right, the hoops that are laced to this nice profile hub are Bontrager Big Earls. And the rubber that keeps him in control and gives him all that grip, these are Bontrager's G0 team issue. Super fast rolling. Pressure-wise, I'm not too sure, but it sounds super hard. I'm gonna have to ask him that question. Right, when it comes down to the skidding power, to keep that speed under control, he's running a mechanical Shimano caliper on a 160 mil rotor. Right, moving up the front. Wheel build, it's different to the rear. This is a Bontrager Rhythm Pro carbon wheel build, so it's super lightweight, but can take those hammerings. The rubber's exactly like the same on the back. It's a Bontrager G0 team issue as well, so fast rolling. Right, the forks, as you can see, it's orange, so it's super special color, team issue only. It's a Fox 36, lowered to 100 mil. Setting wise in there, I'm not too sure. It's not my bike, but I'm gonna have to ask him. Right, moving up to the cockpit where that guy can keep this bike in control when he's throwing those huge tricks up in the sky. I'm gonna start off with the grips. These are ODI Longnecks. What that means is they're extra long so his hands can maneuver all over it. So you don't have to dedicate your hand to this much space. You've got loads more space for that hand to move. Braking wise, this is an Odyssey brake lever. It comes from BMX, and that is linked up to this mechanical gyro right here, which gives him the ability to throw those bars around easily without those cables getting mixed up when he's doing all those bar spins. Handlebars, these are Bontrager Rhythm Pro carbon bars. Lengthwise, not sure, I'm gonna have to ask him. The stem, this is a Bontrager stem to match the Bontrager handlebars, is 30 mil in length, and then he's got a Cane Creek headset there to keep those bars spinning freely and smoothly. All right, enough of me talking about your own bike, Brett. I'm gonna ask you a few questions that myself and the viewers would love to know. Okay. First off, tire pressure on these, man, they sound rock solid.
Yeah, I keep about anywhere from 50 to 60 psi, depending on like the course conditions. If it's like a wet, tacky day, I'll go up a little bit in pressure. If it's like really dusty, hard and blown out, I'll go down in pressure, 50, 55, but in that 50 to 60 psi range in the front and the back is normally what I do. And normally it's like pretty similar. It's not like my trail bike or downhill bike where you're going like a little less in the front, a little more in the back. It's pretty much the exact same. Even. Back.
Right, next up, fork pressure. You're running tokens. Is it? I'm guessing it's super hard.
Yeah, there's I haven't checked. I just put this fork on.
I like the color, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't know how I felt at first, but
yeah.
I really like it on this bike.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's a ton of tokens in there. I remember on my last fork, I added a couple more, and there was like stock. They put like, I want to say like 8 to 10 tokens
okay, well,
in that air chamber, and then I'll run about 150 to 160 psi.
Wicked.
In the fork. So I think some other athletes are running a little more in that fork.
Yeah.
Actually, like I think Nyquist said he was running 190.
Whoa, he's a BMXer.
Yeah, he is a BMXer.
Yeah. Things.
Yeah, this bike actually like it works as a mountain bike. Yeah. So,
right. So bar width. I see you're running some nice carbon bars. What's the width of these?
Well, the width of these bars are 29 inches. I'm not a big millimeter guy.
Nor am I.
Pardon me.
It's going to be here.
Yeah, 20. So these bars are 29. These bars are 29 inches wide. The bar is actually cut to 28.5, and then the ODI bar ends are a quarter inch on each side. That brings it up to 29. Yeah. I mean, ideally you could go with a shorter bar.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a little bit extra control. And then,
I've seen some running like.
Yeah.
Real ridiculous.
I mean, like it's just bar spins, right? Like you'd only cut them down to really be able to do bar spins easier, but I find that 29's the happy medium.
Wicked. Yeah. Ah, cool. Right. Rear shock pressure.
So that shock right now is on the open mode. So there's a CTD mode, climb, trail, and ascend, and I'm in the trail mode. Yeah. So it's like it's half open, half compression.
Wicked. Yeah.
And I'm running 300 psi in that shock. So pretty high, but it
gives you enough though for those.
Yeah, landings. It works good. It works good. Fox tuned that shock up a little bit just to make it a little more progressive, and then with 300 psi, it feels so good.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it. It feels really good, and it lines up with the pressure of the fork too. So
perfect setup. Yeah. Right. There's one more question.
Okay.
I see a profile racing hub.
Yeah.
It's a free coaster.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah, that's a new toy on my bike. I just got back from knee surgery over the winter. Yeah. And that was something I wanted to put on my bike once I came back and started rehabbing, and I figured if I was gonna learn how to ride my bike from 6 months off, might as well learn how to ride it with a coaster.
Yeah, there you go.
Because some of the guys are using that hub on slopestyle courses now, and then BMX inspiration too. Like we all watch BMXing, and so I think it's just everyone's kind of
venturing over, trying something different.
Yeah, and it's so much fun.
Is it?
It's so much fun, especially when you're goofing around and you're riding at the skate park and whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I have a feeling that in the future there's going to be a lot of free coasters on lots of the slopestyle bikes and features on these courses that'll allow for them.
Yeah. All right.
I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just my gut.
I've seen someone pop up with one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Thank you so much, Brett. That was.
Of course.
Thank you. There was a lot of information about your bike. It's brilliant. But if you want to see another pro bike, click just down here. And if you want to do tricks just like this guy, click over here onto how to tuck no hander. Don't forget to click this rad little globe, and you won't miss another video just like this one.
And if you like this bike, then give it a thumbs up.
Definitely give it a thumbs up.